We're now joined in studio with head coach June Jones. Coach, I need to say this. I now have a newfound respect for your team on the road. KGMB was there for all 12 days. We went from Ruston to Houston to Las Vegas. I have not slept since the game on Saturday, so I really have a sense of what your struggles are on the road. You talk about it all the time. It's different when you kind of experience it.
Yeah, no, it's hard to go on the road and win. Our kids are really focused. We talked about it all training camp, and they rose up and got the job done.
Yes, mission accomplished, as our producer said. I don't think we would have known it unless Colt had said afterwards that he was playing with an injured ankle. Were there tendencies or things that you noticed that were different in the way he played?
Well, he popped it pretty good kind of the day before, and so I was kind of concerned when I saw him at breakfast because it was still pretty swollen. He was of the mind that he was going to get it done and he was going to go out there, and he didn't care if it if he's on one leg or not, he was going to do it. So I was a little apprehensive that he wouldn't be able to get out of the way of the rush and scramble and do some things, but he sucked it up, and then of course it swelled up quite a bit last night on the way home, so I'm sure he's real sore today.
Did you have any reservations knowing that he is somewhat of a mobile quarterback in regards to you starting him or having him in that?
No, because that's part of the game, I mean, all of us have done that, and it's just one thing that he proved that he can do now, play hurt, and he's going to have to learn to do that a lot once he gets to the next level.
And we're known to see Colt, of course, throw a lot of touchdowns in the end zone, not really run them in, but of course he had the 3 one-yard touchdowns. You also talked about that during the post-game interview, you considered bringing Tyler Grunke in at that point, but didn't kind of want to change it up.
Yeah, I was going to, bring Tyler in for some specific things that normally, Colt does down there, but because we were on like the 6-inch line or the half-inch line, on a couple of them, I didn't want to risk, fumbling the ball right there. So, I figured we could get an inch, and, Colt proved that he could do it.
You did also have a lot more running plays than we're used to. Was that by design, or was it more kind of a reaction?
Well, I knew that, early in the season we're going to have to get the running game going. Our offensive line's got to play together and get going. The running backs are growing and getting the feel, and I could notice an improvement in Kaloa Polaris last night. Also in Leon in the second half, I thought he, turned it up and played fast. And, I think that just because they're so new together, we got to get that going, because at the end of the year, we're going to have to be able to do that too.
Speaking of the offensive line, a lot of the players say, hey, credit to them for doing that, because they're known as, pass block line, but not a run block. Did you spend extra time during the week? Because I did see you on the line with Coach McKnight working with the offensive line, knowing that you're going to run the ball more, go into specifics with them?
Well, we did pretty much our regular practice schedule. I mean, we didn't change anything. It's just that, we knew that we had to do it. They had some pretty good edge rushers, and, when they do that, we have to make sure that we control them with our screens and our runs, kind of to keep them from just teeing off, and the guys did a good job.
Off the get-go with UNLV marching down for 71 yards on their first scoring drive to get up 7-0. Were you worried, thinking, oh, we're back to what happened last week?
Not really. I don't really have that attitude with this group. I was real confident that we were ready to play, and I thought staying up there really mattered. We didn't have the jet lag we normally have, and I felt energy that was not there. It seems like when we leave here and go to the mainland to do it. I thought we got caught up and got on mainland time, and it worked out real good.
What was different in the way the defense played at La Tech versus the way they played at UNLV?
Well, I think the first quarter against La Tech, they had more chances at La Tech, to go. We took the ball and went down after they had their 71-yard deal and ate up a lot of time too. And I thought that we executed our game plan. The players studied all week. They did what they were supposed to do, and they played hard. Solomon Aluminium was everywhere on defense. I thought the D-line played good again, and we're got a chance to be a pretty good team, I think.
I know in talking to some of the defensive players, they say sometimes when they don't want to say it, but with such a high-profile offense, they feel like they have to prove themselves.
Well, I think that's probably true because everybody talking about Colt and everybody talking about what we do offensively. And, it was fun to see that the TV announcers were only talking about the defense after the game. And that says a lot. They're starting to make a little name for themselves.
We haven't finished with the coach just yet. When we come back, the Warriors continue to gain national respect. where they stand in the latest polls, and what's JJ's take on the controversy surrounding the Haka.
Wait up, wait